Steven Bartlett is the modern-day British Oprah. Despite being one of the best interviewers in the world, he made a critical mistake on one of his recent episodes with Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast. When asked about his father,
what influence did they both have on you?
Well, I don't really talk about my dad much. That's, a long story. Don't need to get into it.
You said earlier you don't talk about your dad much.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me about it, but why don't you talk about your father much?
Don't worry about it.
Jimmy's immediate dismissal of the topic, especially for one that is so close to the chest, being about his father, is an immediate indicator to us that talking about this further will not go well. And to Steven's credit, I think he's very respectful here about not pushing the issue further, unlike certain interviewers like a Howard Stern that would continue to push and push and push. But what could have been done differently here? If I were Steven in this scenario, I would have reverse engineered my question. Instead of pushing further into Jimmy's father and consequently closing him off more and more, I would have dove into what kind of a father Jimmy wants to be, and more specifically, what kind of a father he does not want to be. This would be an indirect way of us figuring out and getting to the bottom of what he was so closed off about in the first place. When people start shutting down and closing themselves off, poking the bear further and further will do nothing other than make them not want to be around you anymore. It leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth and could potentially ruin the rest of the conversation for you. Props to Steven for having the discernment to move on when he did.